Welcome to the chapter Safety Measures. This slide presents the overview of the chapter. Learning objectives. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to explain when safety is needed, describe prevention of accidents, understand what type of safety measures are needed, analyze the safety measures taken during water accidents, earthquakes, floods, describe the importance of first aid, list the first aid steps in case of various accidents like sprains, heart failure, unconsciousness, burns, animal bites, etc. We will first start with the introduction. We all are well aware that road accidents, injury and death have become very common nowadays. We all come across the news of different types of accidents happening every day. Do you know what are the cause of the accidents? Have you ever thought about the measures to be taken to avoid accidents? The measures taken to avoid accidents are called safety measures. In this chapter, let us know about them in detail. Let us first know when and where safety measures should be taken. In India, accidents are increasing day by day. Accidents mostly take place because of the carelessness of people. We see people standing on the bus footboards, getting down from a running bus, traveling in overcrowded vehicles, children playing on busy roads, etc. These are some of the causes of road accidents. Thus, people must take proper safety measures daily to avoid accidents. The safety measures must be followed in all places, like on roads, home, schools, etc. While traveling on road, we should follow the traffic signals. At home also, there are some safety precautions which are to be followed. Before leaving your home, you have to switch off all the electrical appliances, gas cylinders. At home, parents should take care of small children as they put whatever things they see in their mouths. Thus, things like knives, scissors, etc. should be kept out of children's reach. In schools, precautions are to be followed to avoid various accidents. Let us look at some of them. Children should not go to school alone. Parents should accompany their children to school. Children should avoid talking to strangers as there might be people who kidnap children by giving them drugged biscuits. Children should always carry the details of their house address, phone number, etc. with them. In case the children are alone, they should inform the parents, teachers or persons known to them. If children do not have the phone numbers, they can ask the nearby policeman or shopkeeper to inform their parents. While going to school, children must cross the road only at zebra crossing and where there are traffic signals. While going in buses, children should get in or get down only when the bus stops completely. Here we will go through the measures which are to be taken to prevent accidents. Look at the images on the screen. In the image, we see an open borewell. Till now, we have heard of many borewell deaths of innocent children. So, proper care must be taken to avoid such accidents. After a borewell is dug, a pipe must be fixed and closed. Also, a danger sign must be placed in order to alert people. Similarly, manholes are kept open, which is very dangerous to the public. People often fall into open manholes during the rainy season as they cannot see the manholes due to roads being flooded with water. Hence, if you find any open manhole, it is your responsibility to inform the municipal corporation personnel immediately. Fire accidents have become frequent nowadays. Thus, we should take measures to prevent fire accidents. Fire accidents occur mostly due to electrical appliances, blasting of gas cylinders, etc. Moreover, activities like throwing burning cigarettes or matchsticks near petrol or diesel bunks in grasslands or in forests also cause fire accidents. Whenever a fire accident occurs, one must first contact the fire engine personnel. Do you know? To prevent fire accidents in public places like cinema halls, offices and multi-storied buildings, fire extinguishers are placed. A fire extinguisher is a portable device that discharges a jet of water, foam, gas or other material to douse a fire. Road accidents are the most common accidents in India. There are many factors that cause road accidents. Some of them are overspeeding, talking on cell phone while driving, violating traffic signals, riding a two-wheeler without a helmet, driving a four-wheeler without a seat belt. So, all of us should follow the traffic rules properly to avoid road accidents. We will now look at the types of safety measures needed. There is a greater chance of accidents to occur in crowded places like jataras, pushkars, public meetings, etc. Thus, proper safety measures must be taken by the people who gather in these places. Especially in jataras, the safety measures which are to be taken are safe drinking water, hygienic food, health camp, proper toilets, fire engines, police help center, parking place, knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. Now, let us know about precautions to be taken to avoid water accidents. People generally get into water even if they don't know how to swim. One should never do so. It is very dangerous. Even if you know swimming, without knowing their depths, you should not try to swim or cross rivers, lakes and seas. In some villages, people cross rivers and canals with the help of boats. More number of people travel by boats, which leads to drowning of boat and death of people. Thus, it is a must for people to know swimming in order to save their lives. So, let us now know about the safety measures to be taken for earthquakes. Earthquake is a sudden violent shaking of the ground, typically causing great destruction as a result of movements within the Earth's crust. A Richter scale is used to rate the magnitude of an earthquake. In India, the most severe earthquakes occurred in Latur district of Maharashtra in 1993 and in Bhuj near Kutch, Gujarat in 2001. Because of these earthquakes, thousands were killed and many more lost their shelters. The Indian government carried out many activities to help the victims of the earthquake. Now, let us look at some do's and don'ts during earthquakes. Stay calm. Do not panic. If you are indoors, stay inside. If you are outside, stay outside. Don't run outside unless you are near the door. When you are inside, sit near the objects that do not move easily, keeping your forehead between your hands. Stay away from breakable and movable things. Do not use the lift or the elevator in any case. Turn off the gas stove and electricity supply. If you are outdoors, stand away from electric poles, buildings, bridges, trees, etc. If you are in a car, stop the car and stay inside the car until the earthquake stops. Try to help the injured people. Here we will know about the floods in detail. Floods refer to a huge amount of water reaching land in a short span of time, causing land surface to be submerged under water at places where land surface is usually not covered with water. At times, due to heavy rains, water in rivers, canals, and seas overflows, flooding all the houses, roads. There are many consequences of floods like no proper food and water, loss of human life and livestock, loss of property, destruction of crops, spread of diseases like cholera, malaria, etc. In the states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, huge losses were incurred due to the floods in Divasima in 1977, Mehboob Nagar and Kurnool in 2009. Now, we will go through the steps which are to be taken at the time of floods. Stay alert and listen out for government warnings through radio. In case you have to walk in the flood, do so by checking the way with the help of a long stick. Switch off all electrical and gas appliances at the mains. Go to the camps arranged by the government as a precautionary measure. Move important items in the house to upstairs or dry places. Be careful while drinking water and eating food. Drink only chlorinated water and eat hygienic food. Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. You all might have heard of the word first aid. Do you know what it means? The aid or help given to a sick or injured person until full medical treatment is available is called first aid. Only the persons who know how to give first aid must try it. Do you know? Medical personnel visit a village daily in a vehicle numbered 104 and perform medical tests on the villagers, give them the required medicines for free and explain the care to be taken for their health. We can dial the toll-free number 104 anytime to get free medical suggestions. Now, we will know what things must be there inside a first aid box. First aid must be given immediately after either small or major accidents. So it is very essential to maintain a first aid box. First aid box is a collection of supplies and equipment for use in giving first aid. Thus, it is important to include all the essential items in the first aid box. The most basic and essential things that must be included in your home first aid box are adhesive bandages, antiseptic creams, muscle sprays, a pair of tweezers, sterile gauze and tape, pain relievers, antihistamines, fungal medicines, thermometer, fever medication. The following are the precautions which are to be taken while treating an injured person with first aid. Before giving first aid to an injured person, we have to wash our hands and if possible wear gloves, especially before cleaning the wounds. We should never apply antiseptic lotions like Dettol without cleaning the wounds of the injured person. The antiseptic lotions must be added to water and then used to clean the wounds. After cleaning the wounds, ointment should be applied on the wound, then sufficient cotton must be put on it and then it should be plastered with a gauze. There are 3 life-saving principles which everyone of us must follow. Let us know about them. The first hour following an accident is known as the golden hour because life can be saved by giving proper treatment to the injured person in the first hour. One must follow mainly 3 life-saving principles. First life-saving principle: make the patient lie on the back and loosen the clothes, remove blocks in the air passage, bend the head to a side as per the situation. Second life-saving principle: check whether the person is breathing. Try to provide artificial respiration except in case of poisoning, acid attack and vomitings. Third life-saving principle: observe the heartbeat. If there is no response, press the chest with your palms. Here we will perform an activity of identifying the names of few images. Drag and drop the respective name under the respective image. Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. Now, it is time to know about first aid in case of sprains. The first important thing to remember is we should never rub the ointment on the sprain. We should let the sprained part rest. Apply ice wrapped in a thick cloth or polythene cover on the sprained part. Then tie a crepe bandage and keep the sprained part up. Untie the bandage only at night time. Here, let us know about first aid in case of burns. It is always recommended to keep the burned part under cold running water for 10 to 20 minutes. You should apply ointment only when the burns are too severe. Remember not to pinch and rub the blisters. Never tie a bandage or apply ice to the burnt part. When you are struck by a fire accident, do not run but stop, drop and roll. Now, we will know about first aid in case of poisoning. The first step is to take the person to the hospital, but before doing so, give lots of water to the person to decrease the intensity of the poison. In case when the person vomits or become unconscious, then medical emergency and doctor's help is to be provided immediately. So, now let us know about first aid in case of unconsciousness. When a person becomes unconscious, then he should be laid down on a side with his head lifted while taking him to the hospital. You should not take him or her lying down on his or her back, as there is the risk of the tongue blocking the respiration. Here, we will know about first aid in case of heart attack. If a person complains of pin pricking sensation or pain in the chest and pain in any other part of the body, then it can be said as heart attack. The symptoms of heart attack include chest pain, intense sweating and nausea. At times, when we don't have medicines to give, then we should ask the person to sit and cough and take him immediately to the hospital. We should not allow the person to sleep, walk or stand. Now, let us know about first aid in case of fracture. Take the person immediately to the nearby hospital. While taking the patient to the hospital, make sure that the fractured part is not moved. We will know how to recognize paralysis in old people. Paralysis is a condition in which a person will be unable to move or feel all or part of his or her body. Generally, paralysis occurs to old people. If anyone is suffering with BP and complains of nausea or senselessness, ask that person to laugh. While laughing, if that person's mouth is crooked and if he or she cannot speak properly and is unable to lift his or her hand, then we should take that person to the hospital in the first hour or golden hour. Let us now know what we have to do in case of a dog bite. After a dog or monkey or a cat bite, wash the bitten region with soap. However, you should not cover the wound with cloth or bandage. Here, we will go through first aid in case of snake bite. Majority of the snakes which we encounter are non-poisonous. A person bitten by snake mostly collapses due to fear, and thus we must take proper steps to reduce the person's fear. We should never move the bitten parts and we should take care that the person does not become unconscious. According to WHO or World Health Organization, we should never tie, cut or suck the blood in case of snake or scorpion bite, as there will be a chance of blood circulation getting blocked. Do you know? Tetanus vaccine or injection must be taken for immunity in case you get cut by a blade or a knife. Now, let us look at first aid in case of sunstroke. Sunstroke is the heat stroke brought about by an excessive exposure to sun. High temperature, nausea, vomiting and severe headache are the symptoms of sunstroke. The person who has sunstroke should not be given water to drink. We must wipe the person's body with a cloth dipped in cold water to make the body regain its normal temperature. Later, ORS or oral rehydration solution or electrolyte water should be given to the person. We will now know what are the steps to be followed in case of chemicals falling into the eyes. In case a chemical falls into your eyes, the first step is to clean the eyes with cool running water for 15 to 20 minutes. But you should not rub the eyes even if there is a severe burning sensation. To clean the affected eye properly, you should bend your head to a side. Now, we will go through the steps that are to be performed in case of heart failure. A heart failure may occur due to many reasons like severe heart attack, electric shock, etc. CPR is the first aid to be given to a person suffering from heart failure. CPR means C. Cardio, P. Pulmonary, R. Resuscitation. CPR includes pressing neither gently nor too heavily with your palms at the spot 2 to 3 inches away from the place where the ribs end or chest bones. We have to press the person's chest 30 times, taking care that our hand is straight while pressing. Next, we should try to give the person oral respiration twice. Thus, we should try thrice in a minute till the heart beats again. Keep in mind to close the nostrils and lift the person's head while giving artificial respiration. Here, we will go through first aid in case of a block in the throat. One should never try to remove the thing blocking the throat with the hands. We have to ask the person to bend forward and hit him or her 4 to 5 times on his back. We must ask him or her to cough when hit. Even then, if the thing doesn't come out, then we must press the stomach and ask the person to cough. With this step, the thing blocking the throat might come out. Now, we will go through how to stop bleeding. In case when the bleeding is normal, press the bleeding part hard and keep it in a position above the heart. In case of heavy bleeding, the person should be taken to the hospital immediately as we cannot stop the blood flow. We will now take a look at first aid in case of bleeding nose. In case of bleeding nose, never ever bend the head backwards. Bend the head forward and press the soft part of the nose for 10 minutes. Do not use cotton to press. If the injured person is having BP, then do not try to stop bleeding. Now, let us know about the first aid in case of electric shock. When a person gets an electric shock, the first step is to switch off the connection and remove the plug. Next, go to the person and lift his chin up so that the respiration begins. If this doesn't work, give him artificial respiration. At times, severe electric shock results in heart failure. This is called cardiac arrest. In such cases, CPR must be given to them. So, who do you think are going to help? Whenever we come across road accidents, fire accidents or natural calamities, the first and foremost step is we must dial 108. 108 is a free government service. As soon as we dial 108, they will inform fire engines, ambulance or police as per the necessity. Accidents are the most dangerous. Thus, everyone must follow safety measures to prevent accidents and ill health. Giving first aid when necessary is an important thing which we have to keep in mind. Do you know the members of St. John's Ambulance are on an awareness campaign on first aid among school children? Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. Keywords. List of keywords are shown on the screen. Summary. Let us recap the highlights of this chapter. We all come across the news of different types of accidents happening every day. The measures taken to avoid accidents are called safety measures. The safety measures must be followed in all places like roads, home, schools, etc. There is a greater chance of accidents occurring in crowded places like jataras, pushkars, public meetings, etc. Thus, proper safety measures must be taken by the people who gather in these places. The aid or help given to a sick or injured person until full medical treatment is available is called first aid. Only the persons who know how to give first aid must try it. First aid must be given immediately after either small or major accidents. So it is very essential to maintain a first aid box. First aid box is a collection of supplies and equipment for use in giving first aid. Thus, it is important to include all the essential things in the first aid box. The first hour following an accident is known as the golden hour because life can be saved by giving proper treatment to the injured person in the first hour. Whenever we come across road accidents, fire accidents or natural calamities, the first and foremost step is we must dial 108. 108 is a free government service. As soon as we dial 108, they will inform fire engines, ambulance or police as per the necessity. Read the questions and attempt the answers on your own. You can click answer for your reference. Follow-up work. Visit an accident spot which is nearby. Record your observations in your notes. Visit an office, cinema hall or industry nearby. Observe the safety measures taken. Write about them in a book. Collect the details of the recent flood or cyclone or road accident or fire accident from the newspapers. Make an album and display it. Discuss the reasons and preventive measures in groups. Collect the following details from a health worker. Draw pictures of a fire engine and 108 vehicle on a white chart and display it in your class. Test your understanding of the chapter by taking the mock unit test. You have successfully completed the chapter Safety Measures.